Tell me if this sounds familiar at all. A group of bandits is about to descend upon a poor village, pillaging, terrorizing, but ultimately just trying to make a living. When a young lord from a rich noble family with absolutely no combat experience descends upon these poor blue-collar brigands and slaughters them one by one. This young nepo baby, if you will, then finds himself embroiled in some sort of over-convoluted plot where an invading kingdom wants to lead to the end of the world, then will resurrect some ancient being or dragon of extreme power. But at the end of the day, the allies he recruits along the way will do all the heavy lifting and save the world as he sits in the back picking his nose and then proceeds to take all the credit because he truly has main character syndrome. Well, the reason it sounds so familiar is that it's pretty much the plot of half the mainline Fire Emblem games, albeit usually presented in a more positive light. But all of this to say that Fire Emblem games often begin with the slaughter of these poor brigands to help prop up some rich kid who uses poor working class bandit as target practice. But sometimes amidst that chaos, one of the bandit gets a lucky shot and causes that ever famous game over screen. And you may wonder why that matters, as it's only the first level. You should just reset and you're good to go again. And you'd be right, but if you're like me, you've always wondered what would happen if the protagonist would be to die this early in the game. What exactly lies on the other side of that game over screen? Well, I have the answer for you thanks to Bandit Emblem. In this ROM hack made by user Random Wizard, you get a chance to finally figure out how a classic Fire Emblem plot would unfold if the main protagonist wasn't around. And you get to do so from this perspective of the so-called scoundrels who took the life of this young hero in the making. So our tale begins with young Adonis here, who honestly looks like the most insufferable asshat I've ever met in my life. But that's besides the point. His father, in classic Fire Emblem fashion, sends him out to take care of some bandits, and he does so equipped with the famous rapier that has taken oh so many poor bandits' life over the years. Adonis strides into battle surrounded by Apathia, Galen, and Zelvine, the ones who will actually do most of the heavy lifting in this journey. But enter stage left, the leader of this raid on the village, the cruel and ruthless Vathel Bloodaxe. Wait, Bloodaxe? His last name is really Bloodaxe? Dude, come on. I know you're a bandit, but like 1 out of 10 for creativity. At the very least, Bada the Beast had some alliteration to his name. You know your name is bad when even your underlings can't even say it properly. Anyways, moving on. So if you haven't been following up to this point, you'd expect us to have to fight Mr. Bloodaxe and save this poor village. But no, as the group of blue units show up to the party, you will see that our player phase is a little different here, as the units we will get to control is the red group of bandits, and they suck. They all suck so much. Look at those hit rates and this damage. It's almost embarrassing, but it's okay. We have the numbers game to make up for it. And also Vathel has one trick up his sleeves, and it's the very busted Sword Reaver. So my first move will be simple. Visit the houses, because every extra resource is always a good thing to have on your side, and surely nothing bad will happen to the city. Oh, well, surely it can't get worse than that. Oh yeah, we're not coming back from that one. Hey, at least he only knocked out the child. It's not that bad, you know? Ignore the fact that he proceeds to collapse the entire house on him. But that's a detail, right? Yeah, we'll ignore that fact, and hopefully I'm able to sleep tonight after the atrocities I've committed here today. Along the way, we will learn that Adonis's motivation to save the village, well, weren't entirely altruistic, because Mr. Almighty seems to be here for selfish reasons of his own. And then Mr. Bloodaxe here will make me regret getting on my high horse just this minute, as the gross bandits we control act like gross bandits. Shocker, who would have thought? Anywho, here we'll go full AI and send all our troops to just break against the paladin. I like to stay in character when I do these, so what can I say? It's a lot of fun to just send a bunch of units to die without any remorse or care because they are nameless bandits, okay? And I mean, the strategy wasn't completely bad as the paladin backed up, opening up this brat Adonis for us to slay. And once the time presents itself, Vathel and his trusty sword reaver absolutely tear through Adonis. And as it slowly dawns on these guys what they've done, they decide to do the sensible thing and simply grab the loot they've gotten and run before their very serious crime bites them in the butt. They seem to have more sense than you'd expect out of a band of common criminals. And for the first time in FE history, the bandits prevail in their quest to invade an unsuspecting village, and their actions will send the world in unexpected turmoil. And as our friend the paladin here, Zylvine, reports the prince's death to his father, the king, the grieving king will ask for help from his friend Duke Sadis of Gold Bridge, and the trouble of our troop of bandits are only beginning. And chapter 2 begins as we make it back to the bandit lair with loot in our pocket and a literal army of vengeful knight in tow. As Vathel reports his progress back to his boss, Karg, we run into a potential addition to our future squad, the guy he calls Sword Kid Caligo, and the lady we captured in the previous chapter, who we now know is called Aveline and is a troubadour, and was the lady Adonis was seemingly involved with. But she is a blue unit, and in true Fire Emblem fashion, there seems to be an odd link between the early game healer and this early game Myrmidon in a true Lena and Navarre archetype, because he gets really mad at us that we captured her, and makes Targ promise not to hurt her. So, naturally, I'm gonna try it out, but with Caligo, because it wouldn't be any fun otherwise. But what happens if he's the one attacking her? That's the better question, and we're retrying, everybody, for science, because I am a scientist, okay? At heart, I am definitely a high scientist. I do the highest of sciences, aka trying to kill people in video games.
That is a wicked idea, absolutely evil, demonstrably diabolical, simply sinful. Do it.
Do it. Okay. This is it. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. What happens? What happens? Come on, Caligo. What are you gonna do? Huh? You did that. You literally did that, buddy. What are you saying? Oh my god. This guy's a piece. This guy's a piece. So, after Caligo betrays us, having some sort of episode where he blames others for his own action, Vathel will perish to the paladin because this Yagan here is busted and will run into a game over ourselves, much like Adonis did in the previous chapter. But unlike him, we'll get a chance to try this chapter once again. And luckily we do, because there's a lot of things that happen on this chapter, so let's run through all of them. First off, we meet with Duke Sadis, and I just need to acknowledge very quickly that this guy looks like a villain. And I know he's helping the good guys right now, but he looks like a bad guy, because there's no way you can convince me someone rocking that haircut is a good person in any way, shape, or form. And once again, moving on. This is a defense map. We just need to defend the throne for 8 turns, but our troops once again suck. So surviving will be a challenge, and the enemy gets 3 new character that spawns far too close to the throne room. And honestly, mod maker, that just seems unfair and uncalled for. Like, I'm starting to understand how the bad guys feel in Fire Emblem when I get really busted units and they have to deal with 2-speed bandit over here. But random wizard makes it up to us, and it gives us a new character, a thief named Jess, who, I mean, like every thief, will be quite useful to grab all these beautiful Jess. She also casually names drops a brother called Jeremy, so I'm expecting him to show up at some point, you know, because why wouldn't he? Also, it seems that Caligo can talk to Sylvine, so don't do that, or else he'll become once again a dirty traitor. And despite the fact that I keep managing to kill every enemy named character with our less than superb unit, the game keeps cheating and making them run away instead of dying. But in the end, I will prevail this map with a lot of luck and some somewhat somewhat clever unit placement. And the game rewards us by giving us a healer in Aveline, who joins us extremely willingly and with absolutely no coercion whatsoever, and no threat was placed upon her life at all. Anyways, we escape behind the throne room and start the next chapter, Cave Passage Exit. The chapter names, as we could say, pretty direct. So here the goal is pretty simple, as Target literally spells it out for us. Either him or Vathel has to get to the exit. But Galen, the big armor knight, is holding down the exit, so we must power through him. And on the other side, parallel to us, the enemy will be attempting to carve through our units to cut us off before we make it to the exit. So it's kind of a little bit of a race against the clock here. And it turns out that there's a little bit more to this map. See the little structure in the middle? Well, there is a hidden secret in there for us to discover. And my good Fire Emblem players from around the world, I'm here to present something very interesting. You've heard of blue units, you've heard of red units, and you've even heard of the infamous green units. I today gladly present to you purple units, and they seem to be representing some kind of cult. So hopefully these guys not too mean, right? Luckily enough, they seem to be on our side for now as they attack the enemy, and wait, no, they absolutely do not discriminate and will attack literally everyone. And them not discriminating against red units makes it that we will get our ass handed to us by these cultists and receive our first game over on this map. Damn it, I thought we could work together. And yes, I am aware that working with cultists is probably not great PR for me right now. You know, I'm already playing as the bad guys here, so it is what it is. But it turns out my initial instinct was right, and you can work with them by talking to their leader, Necris, who, thank the Lord, will skip the whole I worship this evil figure monologue for us and simply agree to help us get out of here, and turning his acolyte into green units to help us out. Yay, more bodies to throw at the enemy. We love that. We absolutely need that. Meanwhile, Caligo, yielding an armor slayer, will be sent forward to clear the way out and kill Galen, who finally dies and doesn't run away this time like all the other enemies. So our kill count of the main party has increased by 1, and I'm sure the party of noble knights chasing us will absolutely not be mad at what we've just done. But now that things are heating up, we have to get either Targ or Vathel all the way to the exit, and the enemy is getting quite close. Yeah, we got to get through him. So you're gonna go here, you're gonna do 9 damage. Defy the will of the Emperor and Dragon and live. I love how they have like boss fucking dialogues. Oh man, we miss. So I think now we're done. Yeah, because he gets doubled for sure. I get a crit here that's just 15 damage. We're trying something here. We might have to sacrifice a unit. Targ will dodge. I got my doubts. Okay, I don't know how long we survive this. This might go terribly. No, not bad. No, don't kill her! No! Okay, this is about to get really bad, though. I'm not gonna lie. We're in a terrible spot. Oh, wait, Sword Reaver. 13, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is still terrible. This is still a terrible spot. But he's blocked the way. Yeah, but even if we kill him, it's bad. Should I hit those? There's no way this is winnable. I don't think there is. We'll still try it out. Okay, we hit those. Very nice, very nice, very nice. We're 1 short, man. I'm saying that we're 1 short unless... Wait a minute. Get a crit, get a crit, get a crit, get a crit. Let's go! Yo, he's goated. It's not over till Caligo. Caligo. Don't call it a comeback just yet. Taken by him. Okay. Guys, this is the moment. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Okay, she's gonna go heal. 1 down. 1 down. Prage. Okay. Actually, he survives this. Unless he gets crit. Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Yeah, he gets doubled. We knew that. Is there any range? Oh, yeah, there is range attack. Caligo. Caligo. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, okay, we lost our cultist. This is kind of bad. Master Middle, I failed you. It's okay. We can maybe still win this. This is still winnable. Oh, dear Lord. What is it? Bring in the brave lands? No, oh my God. She's fucking crazy with it. What is this thing for brave lands? seconds? Can we get a like for getting through this map? If you haven't liked this stream yet, if something deserves it, for sure this deserves it. You know what? The dodge on the healer and the crit on Caligo there was fucking crazy. All right, let's... Huh? Huh? Wait. Wait. What? 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 But it said either of us. It said either of us. The game lied to me. Wait. I'm still gonna reset because we have no more units. Well, you'll understand that after this slaughter, I decided to reset the map as the game straight up lied to me. Yeah, that was a rough one. And we'll attempt to clear this map without losing all our units this time. I would have been okay with one loss, but the whole squad, there's not a way I'm going through this whole game with 2 characters. And you'd think that beating a map we've already beat would be easy. Well, it's not the case. But eventually we do, and all it takes is some nifty rescue dropping to move our dudes further ahead, and we manage to save our hides and move on to the force, clearing the following chapter. And before we get started, we seem to have put down a camp for the night, and the girls will do a little bit of bonding over not wanting to be part of this whole thing. Honestly, I get it. These guys suck. They are pretty despicable. Necros and Targ will have a spat, and the Lansfort Knights will move in to attack us. And here we finally get a quick glimpse of the previously mentioned Jeremy, Jess's brother. So maybe we can add somebody to our party, but I wouldn't want to lose my thief by accident, so we'll keep an eye on this whole situation. Other than that, this map seems pretty simple. Kill the boss. But wait, who's the boss? Really doesn't tell you, huh? Well, hopefully it's not Sylvain, because I don't see a world where we beat this man. And on our side, reinforcements will pour from the tents every so often, so we want to protect them as much as possible. We start backing up as we slowly chip the enemies and funnel them through the right side of the map, but they are so much stronger than us. It's kind of scary. This is making me sympathetic to enemy units across the Fire Emblem series. What do they have to deal with in most games? This is crazy. And most of our cannon fodder units will die, except for this one guy putting on his juke shoes and literally standing on business. But the rest will mostly perish pretty quickly. And here we also learn what happens if Jess talks to Jeremy. Yeah, that was expected, so we'll reload that one because surely we can't lose our thief. All right, well, she's gone. And we're not reloading it another time because we learned that the boss is Apalthea and she's right here in kill range and pretty close to death. So yeah, we pray that we hit those. We take out our 3rd member of Team Lansford for good. And apparently that was enough because despite their clear tactical advantage over us, taking out a mere squire is enough to make the rest of the enemy turn tail and run. And we learned some very interesting information. Apparently Targ, who's technically the leader of this band, is taking us to Goldridge, the land of Duke Sadis, whom we met earlier because an evil plot might be afoot. And it seems the Duke has betrayed Lansford and given the reign to this evil looking General Ulrich, who just came out of nowhere. And of course we're not going to dare to stop it. Our troop wants to help the bad guys. Of course, we're gonna go a step further. We also learned that Aveline might be a little more than she let on, as Necris straight up creeps on her and she promptly sends him away. Yeah, poor Aveline here. She lost her only friend she made in Dress and now she has to deal with that weirdo. But we move on to the next chapter, Goldridge Rivertown. And of course, the logical thing to do when wanting to join up with an army is to loot their villages along the way, right? Well, that's what our little band of idiots ends up doing anyways, even though it makes no logical sense. And it turns out in this dialogue, we learned that Jess is still alive, but I guess she's not part of the party. I guess she retreated. All right, so this map, much like the tunnel map, is an escape map. Here we start near the escape point, and the goal seems to be looting as much as possible before we eventually run away, tail tucked between our legs. So let's do just that. What bandits do best. Let's loot some houses, shall we? And it turns out Aveline has fully joined to the dark side as she threatens this poor villager and then proceeds to destroy her house. Well, at least we converted her over to the dark side, I guess. And as we destroyed the other houses, we learned that apparently a price of 10,000 gold was placed on our heads. And I'm a little offended that it's only 10,000 gold. Is the life of a prince and many clearly important soldiers in your army only worth 10,000 gold? God, we've committed so many crimes along the way. You'd think that they'd respect us a little bit more than a 10,000 gold bounty. But anyways, I'm getting annoyed by the wrong thing. This group of mercenary is led by this guy named David, who has absolutely cracked stats. So hopefully we get out of here with as much loot as possible and as little casualty as possible. Luckily, we have the Sword Reaver, which we can use to bait out all these sword guys. But the one issue is that our friend Vathel is slow as heck. So even if we have the weapon triangle advantage, they double us. So even with some very smart placement, well, it's going to lead to a game over because, yeah, he doesn't dodge very well and gets doubled. This hack may bank a lot on its comedy, but it's really well made and is a pretty challenging experience overall. So here we'll change things up slowly by trying to fortify around the small bridge. We'll sacrifice this sword guy who'll get some damage in, but I've got to say the mercenary crit animation here is really cool looking. We'll use the light rune we just got from the house to fortify Vathel once again with the Sword Reaver on the bridge. And it goes pretty well. We take out one of them and we should slowly chip him down. Unless David hits us for 20 damage a pop, that is. Well, game over number 2 on this map, I guess. Okay, let's try again, but this time we'll keep Targ back at the exit so we can just book it and run when we need to. And I know you may be saying that Kratos remember what happened on the 3rd chapter with the exit, but this time around I checked the status of the map and it very clearly says Targ or Vathel. I'm going to trust the mod creator on this one. I'll try to get as much as possible and just keep that other guy down here so he can leave at any time. That's what I'll try to do. Get as much shit as possible, then just... Oh, we got a speed level up. That's awesome. That actually makes things against the other ones more like handleable or whatever. Put him here. Yeah, I have a plan here. I have a plan here. Do not worry, guys. Good. Now we can end the map. Oh, great level up. Oh, my member done. Okay, and then we leave. We kill this, and then we leave. By the way, listen to Nightbot in the chat. Okay. It literally says it bar for bar. All right, well, you know what they say, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on me again, because I'm a dumbass, I guess. Okay, well, we gotta attempt this one more time. God, this ROM hack has been messing with me, and this next attempt does have its warts for sure. Yeah, we missed a lot. But despite all that, we keep Vathel close to the exit and manage to beat this map finally after too many tries. And finally, we get the answers as to why Caligo is so protective of Aveline, and a subplot exposition that feels much more important and relevant than whatever Targ and Vathel have cooking up. Apparently, Caligo's real name is Teneb, and he is known as the Nightblade, and Aveline is the Dragon Emperor's chosen vessel, whatever the heck that means. By the way, that is the cult Necris is a part of, which seems to explain his fascination with her earlier, and also why he's probably sticking around with us this entire time. Apparently Caligo, or Teneb I should say, is bound by some sort of oath to protect Aveline no matter what, and he swore that oath at a place called the Temple of Scales, where a certain master Murderal seems to have had a role in their current situation. For real, this subplot to this entire thing is so interesting. Random Wizard, if you are listening to this video, please give us the other side of the coin of this hack. I need to know more about these other characters that are not Vathel and Targ. I don't care about them at all. We finally reach the final chapter after all this, and it goes back to where it all started. Wow, how poetic. It's at Castle Lansford, And it opens up on the previously seen General Ulrich accepting us into his army and ready to begin the assault on Castle Lansford. And he places us on the front line. Most likely as cannon fodder, given that we're a group of stupid bandit. But you know what? Targ's okay with it, and a job is a job. These guys really need money, apparently. And Lansford did not seem to get the memo that they were getting absolutely betrayed by their friends in Goldbridge. Well, I feel bad for these guys because the king lost his son, betrayed by seemingly his friend, and now about to also lose his life against us. I kind of feel bad for my actions. Nah, I'm kidding. Let's fucking roll, baby. Finally, the odds aren't against us for once. We have a very clear numbers advantage as we control a massive army and even get our hands on General Ulrich himself. But we have to beat this thing in 12 turns. So there's a time limit to it. So we got to be quick. And also on turn 2, the Duke decides to fuck off to God knows where, not even having the decency to look the person he betrayed in the eyes. Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. But anyways, here we'll start taking out all the survivors one by one, starting with Alicia, the Pegasus Knight, who, damn, she still retreats and runs away. We don't get to kill her? I thought we'd finally see some real death quotes. Bummer. Maybe the others? You know, before we get to that, we'll do our best AI tactics by throwing our literal army forward with very little thought as to where we place everybody. And now I understand why the AI doesn't do good moves. It's just tedious to move so many dudes around. Man, it takes a long time. Following our many turns of moving a lot of people around, our next victim will be Yerwin, the mercenary lady, who will perish to this very useful sword reaver. But her too will abandon her contract and straight up just leave? Because I guess she's simply too good to die here. Okay, well. However, this does put Vathel in range of Jeremy and with a low speed, and it's probably GG for him. So we have to try to rely on Caligo to hit a crit on 50-ish% chance to hit. And Caligo does not disappoint and continues to be an absolute MVP of this run. Sad for Jeremy though, he doesn't even get the chance at a death quote, he just dies? That sucks for him. And our onslaught continues. We even get some green wyvern riders for our trouble. And Ulrich finally gets to join the fray. And oh my lord, his sprite looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. This is the proof that we needed a gray armored general in GBA Fire Emblem way before today. This is awesome. This looks so good. And while all this seems to go very well for us clearing out the enemy troops, we finally take out the last of the mercenary gang when killing Barbara with the highest of disrespect possible with some random cavalier who gets a pretty good level up off of that. But, you know, she also doesn't get a real death quote. She runs away. But we do run into a little bit of problem when it comes to killing Zylvine here. His dodge chance is far too high. Since he's on a fort and most of our units kind of suck, they're just bad, he'll take very little damage and dodge most attacks. The only one being able to do any sort of anything are Ulrich and Vathel, if he's using special weapons, that is, such as a halberd or sword reaver. The other issue is Caligo and his killing edge are somewhat rendered useless here since Zylvine is holding on to a hoplite guard, so we gotta rely on some luck through Vathel and Ulrich, because they have to hit with the halberd and that hit chance is very, very low. Ultimately, I settle on Ulrich and he has a better hit rate, but unluckily for us, he misses here and there. And then Zylvine switches over to the very annoying Lightbrand, and once again, we catch a game over. Yeah, this is going to be a tough end to this map. Everything seems pretty easy, but just killing Zylvine is tough. It's going to require some complex maneuvering. So the one difference here I'll make from my previous attempt is I'll trade a Zambado to Caligo, which I didn't realize we had earlier on one of our mercs, but thanks to chat bringing my attention to it, we have this little difference here happening. Other than that, I'll just keep throwing soldiers at the enemy to chip damage and die as the AI would. I just love sending soldiers to their death and not feeling bad about it. I'll be honest, right now one of my highlights for this is just killing characters with no regret whatsoever. Just doing the damn thing. Just sending out nameless fucking minions to do my bidding. It's oddly cathartic. I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, nothing weird about that sentiment, right? Well, moving on. And here I'll let Kratos from the past take it away to see how this nail biter of an ending goes down. You are in for a rude awakening after this map? What? I thought this was the last map. I was distinctly told this was the last map. I remember being promised a last map. Does he know? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Will I not like the result of my actions? Oopsie daisy. You know, I expect to be duly compensated for my actions and my work on this map, okay? I put in some good work at the factory, okay? I expect to be duly compensated, okay? I sent many men to the meat grinder, okay? Many people were sent to the meat grinder. Good work for a bad cause. Exactly. It's good, honest work. Good ways to make a penny. The Fire Emblem factory. Just trying to make an honest living over here. Trying to provide for my family, you know? Doing my best. Okay, finally. After 3 tries, you finally got her. Buddy. Good job. Okay. How you're hitting so much on your staffs is beyond me. Oh, what? Why is my man sleeping and gets the double dodge? How even, bro? Motherfucker's asleep. I just want to do the test. 12 damage is better than nothing. For now, we're going to do this. Then we're going to... Let's let all these dragon guys just kill himself on him. Yeah, let's just let a bunch of these guys just absolutely destroy themselves on him. Maybe they'll hit a couple of times. Maybe a couple of them will hit, which is nice. Oh, fuck. That sucks. Either die or get out of the way, man. Die or get out of the way. Mr. Dragon Guy. You're bothersome. You're in the damn way. You are literally in the way, buddy. I need him to get attacked and just die. You know? That's what I need out of him. To like attack him and then just perish. Maybe hit a couple of times. I gotta let him just cycle through. Because there's a bunch of the green units here. Because this one's gonna go out. They're all gonna attack him. I gotta let them all die. And maybe, hopefully, one of them hits. You gotta stop dodging, buddy. Thank you. To kill is to let the weapon break. Yeah, probably. That's why all these guys attacking him will let the weapon break. Maybe one of them hits. Maybe. Maybe one of them hits. I would love if one hits. If one hits, it might be nice. If one of them misses, it hits. It would be fantastic. Okay, then you dodge. Does LB uses left? I don't know. He's at 12. He's still got a ton. 12 damage. Let's do it. Okay, that's a hit. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna move you out of the way for now. Take, drop. Okay, slowly but surely, we're gonna try to chip him down. We literally do not have speed on our side, which is insane. I continue to ascend the process by bringing his weapon. Oh, right. Why did not I think about that before? Let's go. Okay, one of them hits. Didn't hit. Okay. Didn't hit. Okay, that's not actually that bad. That miss hurts, yeah. I will try to start breaking his, to break his fucking thing. Oh, let's go. Okay. Some of this is ridiculous, by the way. Reuses. I can make him use 2. Okay. Wear him down. I'm biting my nails here. Me too. Okay, he doesn't have his light brand anymore. You can try to start sending out flux. We're missing everything, man. We're not hitting anything. Throw those out. Throw anything out. It's really a dice roll. It is 100%. Come on, brother. It's so Jover. Come on, just hit something. Our hit rates are all garbage. The turn count. Yeah, we're so close to the end. The master of evasion. Dude can't be hit, dude. What is this? I mean, they're low hit rates, to be fair. So I'm not like... not betting money on those, but... I am throwing everything at him. Including the kitchen sink. Come on, just... Can I get that hit? Ulrich, please, buddy. Ulrich, buddy. Ulrich, let's go! Let's go! We fucking did it. Let's go. Chat. My man. Woo. Drop a like if you haven't just yet for my man. Cancel Lansford as our troops are moving in to finish the finish off Duke Adolf. How do we do, General? Admirable performance. That our group of yours is certainly skilled. Thanks, boss. Need me to kill anything else? Stay there, Vathel Bloodaxe. Do not move a finger. Huh? I received a report of a large bounty on the head of one of the outlaws by that name. No! That a murderer, killer of children, slaughters of innocent. Unpardonable. Huh? The only sentence for that outlaw is death. Fuck. Yo. Bro. Ah, brats, all of you, nothing but idiot kids. Bro, what just happened? Well, I guess, folks, bandits in Fire Emblem really can't escape their fate. If it's not in the prologue, they will eventually die at the hands of some form of royalty. Their fate is inescapable, it seems. Despite a tragic ending for Vathel and our band of miscreant, we had a fun journey with them nonetheless. Don't get me wrong, it did not humanize any of them at all, as I fully intended to do in this video, because most of them were pretty despicable. But we did end up having a pretty big impact on the world, which not a lot of bandits get to say. It wasn't a positive impact at all. The act of simply raiding a village snowballed into accidentally reuniting an ancient evil being with its mortal vessel that allowed it to subsequently destroy the world, but I guess it's more than what bandits usually end up accomplishing in these games. Unless you're Gonzalez, that is, then you get to join the big party and save the world. And I will once again echo my earlier sentiment. I kind of need to know what would have happened if that nerd Adonis had survived, because the ending here just alluded to so much crazy shit going down. I have to know. And with all that being said, I would love to thank Random Wizard for creating an awesome hack, and I had a blast playing it. I really recommend you to check out the link in the description, and thank you all for watching the video. If you want to support the channel, like this video or check out the join button and then become a member. Huge shout outs to all our members, but especially our tier 2 and 3 members: Brawler 456, Forgotten Fox, Clutch McGee, Equipment Gameplays, and Rogue Arcadia. But once again, thank you all for watching. For now, it'll be all for me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.